Why does no one have a spare tire? See this thing in the shadow right here? Why does no one have a spare tire anymore? Those things are always dangling everywhere. And when they take the spare tire off, why don't you just winch the thing back up? It takes like 10 seconds. Everybody lazy. So my wife and I just got back from Traverse City, Michigan, which is a pretty good drive from north of Chicago here. And it's tough because there's no direct way to get there. It's not like there's a bridge across Lake Michigan. That would be huge. It'd be convenient, but it would be huge. But you have to drive all the way around the lake. Then basically you have to drive to almost the Upper Peninsula. But driving up all that way, I didn't want to make my wife drive and me ride the bike, so I put the bike on this hitch carrier, put a class 3 hitch on the Hyundai Santa Fe that's rated up to 900 pounds, put the carrier on, put the bike on it, nothing to it. That thing's pretty rock solid, but it makes me nervous when you go over, like, you start going over rhythmic bumps and it just starts, here we go, I'm afraid it's gonna bottom out or snap or something. So no, I put that thing on there, it's got a wheel chock on it, so I roll the thing into the wheel chock, and then I put this, there's like this strap that goes over the tire to hold it down, called Tire Fix. I think it's a company out of Australia, and those things are money. You know, whenever you put a bike on a trailer and you ratchet it down, you can't ratchet it down too hard because you'll blow the seals on the forks. You know, but there's always that possibility for the forks to compress a little bit when you hit a bump and hop out of wherever you had it, and that's scary. So I make extra sure that this thing doesn't fall off of that carrier. I got a tire fix in the front, I got a tire fix in the back, and then I've got a, because this thing, you know, there's a lot of weight up high on these bikes, I put some of those new Canyon Dancers with the cups, put some of those on there and ratchet those down just a little bit. That thing is rock solid once you get it on there. So that was it's like a 7-hour trip each way, Traverse City and back. So that was a good test for going down south, going to Louisiana in the wintertime. My wife's uncle is already like, dude, do you have Sena headsets? We should each get one and we should ride. That would be awesome. Like, yeah, absolutely. It's neat that I've got family members to ride with. Got my brother-in-law up here, and down there I've got my wife's uncle. He's a very cool, laid-back guy. Fun to hang out with. He reminds me a lot of my dad. Hard-working guy. So it's going to be fun to go down there. He was the one with the CRF 250L, which is an awesome bike. But the horn's in the wrong place. Whoop! Gets me every time. This part of the state is really weird because it's far enough away from everything that there's these old houses. I mean, that's not too old, but there's some houses that are back here that are kind of run down. Nobody's really maintained them. But then, I mean, things like that pop up across the street. So there is a new law. I don't know how far it's getting, but there's a petition to make lane splitting in Illinois legal. But there's some parameters that you have to abide by. I think it's lane splitting 20-mile-an-hour traffic or less. You can't go more than 10 mile an hour faster than traffic, and you know, can't do it in a school zone, and you can only do it when it's safe to do so. I don't know if Americans and Illinois drivers are going to be okay with that, because the attitude here is everyone's so selfish, is that they think you're trying to get somewhere faster than them and they can't handle it. In this part of town, at least, the roads are wide enough. This part of the state, this part of the country, you know, there's more than enough room for people to lane split here. So I don't know. And even when it is legalized, I think people are going to have a hard time accepting it. But it'd be cool. It'd be cool to say that you were part of it at the beginning. Yeah. That's one of my friends. We were out in Denver, and he's like, oh, I gotta go to the smoke shop and buy something so that I can tell my grandkids. Awesome. See, like, look at this. This would be, you could fit probably 4 Royal Jordanians side by side right there. They could all be moving at the same time. You could probably fit another car in between there. A smart car would fit. Don't let the name fool you. Wah, wah. It's hard driving by this place and not turning in. Microbrew. Well, once again, I'm sure you guys have better things to do, so I'll let you get to it. Till next time. Oh my God, go. I never know what to do when I pass another bike. But yeah, the options to replace mirrors were one left-hand side mirror. The Ducati OEM is like $235, and that's ridiculous.